going on? Hello, welcome back. Apologies, it's been a couple of weeks. It's the second time that's happened. Oh dear. I just got busy last week, unfortunately, and the video that I intended to make I did today. So let's get into it. You guys are aware, a few weeks ago, or months even now, I went to Hidden Chest Gaming in Brierley Hill. I was meeting a mate there, dangerous in battle, who wanted to look for some rare Pokemon cards, and my niece and nephew were here, and I thought, look, we could all go and have a look at some Pokemon cards. These guys go nuts for it, right? And I hadn't been. It's only open on the weekend, 12 till 6, I believe, Saturday and Sunday, maybe Friday as well. But yeah, it's more of a weekend shop, hence why I haven't really checked it out before. But I've heard about it by the channel's best friend, Get Retro. He's been a few times when he was looking for wrestling figures and the like, and I've seen them on Instagram and stuff, so I thought I should go check them out, given that they're only up the road. So yeah, well, I went down there, took the kids, and all in all, it was good. Took loads of video, brought it back. I thought this will make a really nice video, get everybody in there and have a look at what we bought. Lo and behold, the footage that I did was pretty bad, in all honesty. Shaky cam, it was like being in the Blair Witch Project. Kids were crying and all sorts, it's horrible. So I thought, yeah, I need to go back. I didn't realise actually the dude who runs it, can't remember his name, sorry, he also organises the Black Country Games Fair. So he recognised me when I went to the Black Country Games Fair, and he was like, yeah, come down. He messaged me afterwards and he was like, yeah, you got to come down and do some video footage and get it out there. So yeah, I kind of owed him as well, to be honest. So yeah, I was meant to go last week, I got busy, can't remember what I was doing. This week I thought I definitely have to go. It's a bit of a special one. It was my birthday yesterday. Yay! And recently I've been giving myself a very small budget, £20, as a gift to myself on my birthday, to go out and buy something memorable, just something small and interesting, something collectible, something geeky to add to the collection. Not necessarily gaming related or anything after that I want for the collection, just something fun, I guess. So I knew I had to go out this weekend and buy myself something. So yeah, that was kind of the purpose. Check out the footage. Here we go. Like I said, from the outside, other than the massive sign, it's difficult to spot. I know that's a contradiction. Apologies for the shaky cam. It was going up some narrow stairs. Didn't know whether you're going to get stabbed. Up the stairs, through the door. And there you go. Greeted by just a wall full of toys, a bit of a mix of everything, lots of good stuff. Check around and you can see got the bits and pieces. I spotted that Terminator helmet, badass. Yeah, good selection of PS1. Bit of Pac-Man Ghost, that Mickey. A few nice big box PS2 there, Time Crisis. Here is Steel Battalion. I've always wanted one of these. I can never justify it because of the price. Nice little bits and pieces scattered around. Got a decent set of newish games as well. Plenty of Wii. Decent amount of GameCube, just a shame there's nothing there I was really after, to be honest, which is a shame. Small selection of N64 and SNES, I've got to admit, it's always disappointing when you see that. Zelda's coming up in price. Here's a white pearlescent GameCube. I've been after one of them for a while. This is something you don't see very often. I've never seen them before. They're looks like a Pokemon Championship in London, and they gave away some special decks. Got a few of those Star Wars Episode 1 figures, they're always pretty cool. Power of the Force. Under the cabinet they've got these old school little electronic games. Do you remember those from the 90s? A decent set of loose consoles. Price on them was pretty fair considering the condition. A nice tall glass cabinet with some other nice special bits and pieces in there. Got some good random old school consoles which you don't see that often. Modest Game Boy and Dreamcast. I like that Mortal Kombat on the Game Gear, I was tempted. This took my interest, I thought that's pretty cool. Very old Lego OG sets with looks like a sleeve cover for the boxes. Very cool. They look complete as well. And the price wasn't that bad. For the Lego collectors, I'll check it out. Some classic comics from the 80s and 90s. A little bit of VHS as well. Put me in the mood to watch some family movies on a Sunday afternoon. Some Mario plushes, had a few of these, they look pretty good. I like the look of this Bart Simpson alarm clock, he's badass. Some vintage Transformers, and there's a boxed G1 Megatron. Wow, you saw the price there as well. Equally impressive, but still so cool. Some more original Transformers. I've got one of these walkers, but I've never seen the box. There's a Falcon. Apparently, the majority of the customers that come to this place opt for Pokemon cards. I think it's crazy how much it's blown up recently and keeps on going up. I fancied those fossil packs as well. I mean, the price is nuts on those as well, but still that'd be well cool to add to the collection. Maybe if I get a bonus at Christmas. More loose cards. Again, the OG sets up in value. Look at those fake ones in the back row. Are they fake? They look fake. If you like your Pokemon cards, they've got like folders and folders and folders, and you can see all there the loose ones. All those are set up according to the various sets. Decent random selection of big toys, board games, all manner of stuff from the 80s and 90s that you just don't see anywhere. Who's seen Death Note? The anime and manga. Let's not talk about Netflix. Box Power Ranger stuff, always nice. Look at these Spice Girls. Big head Spice Girls, so cool. It's an OG Buzz and some Furbies. The Alien Queen, that's cool as well. Should have asked how much that alien was. This in the corner apparently are bits and pieces for the original version of the Wii. Talk about that later, but check it out. I didn't even know this was a thing. Came with all the accessories like a Wii. Pretty cool. And tucked away there's some big box Amiga OG games. Decent selection again. Plenty of bits and pieces for the old school collectors. And then on this side there's just loads and loads of boxed consoles. Look at the NES, that thing was beautiful. That Speak and Spell, that takes me back as well. I've never seen a box for that ever, let alone one in that condition. And 45, that doesn't even seem that bad. Tempting. Master of the Universe, loose figures, they're going up as well. Those are the good guys. I think these were all the bad guys separated out. Plenty of Skeletor, the man. Some random bits and pieces in this one. Looks like some X-Men Marvel. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Playmates. Classic. And the top shelf, they're just all the loose big box stuff. Hey, look at that. Power Rangers. Big robots. Awesome. There's some more loose Power Rangers. Ghostbusters. I mean, if you guys are after any of these sort of toys, I mean, it's highly recommended to go down there and checking them out. It's a bit of a walk around through the second room, which is the toy room, so you can see everything just in context. It's pretty awesome, guys. Sorry, the Hulk. Here's something you don't see often. Boxed 3DO Panasonic. This was cool. This numbskull Pac-Man arcade. It's pretty big. It's quarter scale. It looks fantastic. You can hear the sound effects. Beautiful artwork. Workmanship is top notch. And I was tempted. I knew nothing about it.
Are these quite common? I've never heard of them before.
Apparently there's a few more, but they haven't done Street Fighter yet. And they really need to do Street Fighter. Even the box is awesome. Look at that.
Have they?
Well, they have had opening.
Very tempting indeed, right?
Pac-Man's pretty cool. Do they do Street Fighter?
Not yet. I mean, they might well do in the future.
And on the counter, some Pokemon cards. There's a dude, he's a loyal watcher of this channel. Thank you very much. Again, a bit of a tour of the entrance. Coming next,
car boot.
Another
Back in the day.
channel member.
So that's weekends, that Silent Hill killed me.
It's pretty cool, right? Hidden Chest Gaming. I was thinking about this on the way back. It's actually a really clever name, because, you know, like in the old pirate days, the store kind of is like hidden treasure. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't go looking for it. It's out in the middle of some industrial estate, tucked down around a corner. It's not even super clear where it is, other than there's a few bollards and stuff, that signs that tell you where to go. And then you have to go up the stairs. It all looks very suspect. Some Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit. You go upstairs, and then you saw the door opens, and you're just greeted by what can only be described as a hidden chest of gaming and collectibles and toys. And you guys saw the fact that the shop was essentially two halves, the gaming shop and then the toy and collectible shop. I quite like that. There's just so much stuff, so much cool stuff that you won't see anywhere else. I mean, you saw the 3DO today. I mean, that's pretty intense, pretty crazy. You don't see a boxed 3DO in that good condition. And then there was that giant rig for, what was it, Steel Battalion, I think, for the original Xbox. Now, I'm not an Xbox guy, you know that, right? There's nothing Microsoft here at all. Screw them. But when that came out on the original Xbox, now Steel Battalion, I'm a big Gundam fan. I don't know if you guys like Gundam. So I've seen it. I think it was out in game where they had it laid out. I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it, in Brierley Hill. And it just looks so cool. It's got to be one of the coolest game accessories ever made. Do you know what I mean? It was 380 quid. 380. I don't have an Xbox. I don't want one. I can't really justify paying that sort of money for it. But yeah, if I was an Xbox collector, or if it's maybe half that price, 200 quid, just have it out. As a Gundam fan, I think it's pretty awesome. Who knows, maybe I'll add it to the list as I get a little bit more crazy in the next few years. I'm sure it's bound to happen. Yeah, so there was that. What else did I see that I really liked? There was that pearlescent white GameCube. I didn't pick that up. I realised I've showed you guys all now, so maybe somebody will go and pick it up. But I was tempted by that as well. I really like those. My GameCube shelf on the unit is currently just got a black one in. Honestly, I wanted the Panasonic Q. I don't know if you guys remember those. They are badass looking, but they're super expensive, Japan only. So yeah, I thought the pearlescent white one would look quite nice next to the black one. But again, we'll see. Maybe I'll go back and make a deal with them. What else was pretty cool? Did you see the right in the corner in the back? There was that weird console. I can't remember the name, but essentially it was an earlier version of the Wii. So the dude was telling me, shout out if you're watching, that Nintendo may have ripped him off. Who knows? It had a bowling ball accessory and it had a baseball bat accessory. I mean, that's Wii Sports, right? Nintendo. Dirty. Unfortunately, there was no classic SNES or Game Boy or N64 games in there that I really wanted. Those are what I predominantly go for. Even some GameCube, but nothing really that jumped out that made me want to buy it or anything. But there were a few little pickups that I've got. Some nice pieces. Where should we start? Let's go with the toys. So, I'm a big Masters Universe fan. I love the old school stuff, and I gave away my copy of this figure, so I had to replenish it, and that is Skeletor. So what I like about this is essentially they remade the original figure. Yeah. Now look, that gives away how much it was. That's the other good thing about these guys. Everything's priced up, no messing around, no checking out what the eBay price is. It's very professional, so highly rated in that regard. But yeah, I've got the matching He-Man upstairs, which I got from the toy fair. And like I said, Adrian, you've got my Skeletor, so I had to get another one. £10. I've seen it in game recently for the same amount, so I think it's more than a fair price. Happy to add this to the Masters of the Universe collection that's upstairs. I could do with doing a tour of the upstairs office, really. Coming soon. So yeah, added that. Next, with the Pokemon cards, like I said, nieces and nephews, absolutely love it. I've seen these on Vinted. I didn't know what the deal with them was, so I didn't buy any, but they're essentially last year's old stock. They've only got 3 cards in there each, so I think the chance of getting anything exciting is low. In fact, it's only got 3 cards, but they're £1 each, and essentially you still get the exact same thrill of opening a Pokemon pack. So yeah, I'll give these out to the nieces and nephews for Halloween. I like that, I think. Trick or trade. £1 each. Next, in the PlayStation selection, when everybody has that jewel case wall and it just looks fantastic. Most of the game is, bust a move and sports. Do you guys remember back in the day? I'm sure you young ones ain't gonna have a clue. Back in the day, it was the first time, because of the CD media, you could buy magazines. Everybody used to buy game magazines back then because the internet wasn't nothing. Or YouTube, imagine that. And it was the only way that you'd see what the new games were, check out the gossip, see, images of what the graphics were and shit. And PlayStation, Sony, because they were essentially CDs, they managed to give away free demo discs with their magazines. And I was so jealous. We never had a PS1 back in the day. And I remember always seeing like the cool art that they put on the front of the magazines, because I used to buy the magazines, and always thinking, man, these guys for £4 or whatever these magazines were, you're getting demos of all these new games. I mean, this one's Tomb Raider 3 one, Tomb Raider 3, Buster Groove, Future Cop, Spyro, Victory Boxing, Wrecking Crew, Sentinel Returns, Colony Wars, Net Heroes, and some video. Do you know what I mean? In a magazine. And then this one caught my eye first, because obviously Gran Turismo, Bomberman World, Colin McRae, Death Trap Dungeon, Dead or Alive, WCW Nitro, Gravitation War Games, and Klonoa. I mean, can you imagine that? Who remembers Dead or Alive? Again, the only other reason to buy an Xbox. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, and he wanted £2 for each of these. I thought, these would be nice to add to the PlayStation collection, because they're so slim. They can just fit in a little bit of gap. Look, actually, that's already done. Beautiful. And the last thing that I bought for myself, this is the other good thing about Hidden Chest Gaming, is when you're walking around there, I did 15 minutes at the start without recording anything, where I was just having a chat, having a look, getting shown around, and you know, you have a good look, you see loads of good stuff. But then when I went back with the camera, all of a sudden you see even more stuff hidden away, nooks and crannies and behind something. Do you know what I mean? You could spend, if you haven't been there before, honestly, you could spend an hour or so in there just having a look at all the toys, all the boxes. Do you know what I mean? You feel like you're in Toys R Us in the 1990s. It's great. But yeah, this is something that I didn't see the first time around, that I saw on the second time when I was recording. And I've been after one of these for a while because he's my favourite it's my favourite Pokemon, and that is Gengar. And you can't really tell from the picture, this guy is like a super soft plushie. I'm not a plushie guy. Let me just get that out there. I'm not a plushie guy. I don't collect plushies. But I wanted a Gengar because he's a badass. Look how sinister he looks. Do you know what I mean? He is up to no good, this guy. The quality in the cartoons, I loved it. And then I looked at the label, and this one is from the Pokemon Center. I think it's the Pokemon Center. I don't know which Pokemon Center it's from. It's got all of them on the back, but it's cool as hell. But then I saw the price tag, and it's like 30 quid. I was like, damn, I can't pay £30 for something like this. It's nuts. But I really wanted it. So after I spoke about the other stuff, and I went back around, and I was like, do you know what I mean? I really want this. Can you do me something for it? And it's like, because you're buying the other stuff, I'll give you a little bit extra off. And I was like, still too much. Do you remember I had £20 budget? I thought, if I can get this for 20 quid for my birthday, that'll be perfect. Because I'll never forget getting Gengar for the birthday. And he messaged the other bloke. He was like, let's see what he says. He goes, it does sound a little bit pricey for what it is. Obviously it's brand new, so that's not going to add to the value. But yeah, he said, you know what, thanks for coming in, doing the video. I told him it's my birthday, technically true. So, and he did me this for the 20 quid, which I'm very grateful for. So these guys are good guys, doing good deals, good prices with good stuff. And I may be going back to make a bigger deal. You guys saw the Pac-Man arcade. I thought that was really cool. I've got a nice spot where it could go. It's a little bit niche, and for how much it was, it's a lot of money. But then he had like this bag of these rare Pokemon card packs, which again would be awesome to add to the collection. Plus the GameCube, so there's a triple whammy. Do you know what I mean? Triple threat deal that we can make on a few big items that I may just pull the trigger on. But yeah, overall, Hidden Chest Gaming, what a great place. They're going to organise annual Black Country Games Fairs. I'm definitely going to be there. And yeah, it's a great place. If you're into your toys, your games, your collectibles, I would definitely recommend hunting it down, paying them a visit, and yeah, picking up some goodies. Totally forgot that these two were the only pickups I got the first time I went into Hidden Chest. But I thought they're worth showing. Slimer from Ghostbusters and Dr. Malcolm, classic. While we're here, I do have a few other random little small pickups which I may as well just box off now, so we can pack them away essentially. In no particular order, I got this from a local charity shop, shout out Retro Ghetto, doing the rounds, and it is an OG 1989 Michelangelo, I think it's Michelangelo TMNT Playmates figure. In pretty good condition. The only reason I bought it, he had loads of general ones, but you may not be able to see on his arse. They're 1989, so it's definitely from the first round. I've got a few of these upstairs. Again, I'll do a tour maybe next week where I'll show you guys my little home office that I've created. So this guy will be added up upstairs. I don't even know if I had him, but £4, charity shop. Gotta hook him up. You guys know I love Resident Evil.
Gloria a las plagas! Gloria a las plagas!
This disappointed me actually. It was originally on PS Plus. Shame on you, Sony. You charged me for this. I've got the save file, but I can't access it because you've taken it off PS Plus, which I think is scandalous. And having just completed Resi 4 Remake, Resi Village VR, and Resi 4 Separate Ways, all of them are excellent. I really wanted to go back and play the OG, so I bought. It's an Origins collection on the PS4, so it's Resident Evil 1 and 0 in full HD with modern controls and all the rest of it. So I thought, you know what, this would be a nice little Halloween game where I can just blast through it and literally blast through it. maybe try and complete, see if I can do it at some of the hard levels. I know there's loads of additionals on here, and I've never finished Resi 0, so I'll do Resi 1 first, but then I'll go back and I'll play Resi 0 because they're so well made, these games. The graphics are unbelievable considering how old they are. GameCube games, the graphics are amazing. I'd highly recommend checking this one out if you haven't already played it. Next was a random vintage purchase. I like buying niche random stuff just to add to the collection. And I saw this and I thought, oh, I don't see this that often. Let me just take it out the box. I haven't actually tested it, so you never know. But it is original. Ooh. Lost the leaflet. Look at that, it's got the leaflet. It is from 1992. Super Mario Alarm Clock. Look at that bad boy. Okay, does it focus? There it is. This is when Mario looked a little bit funky. Look at that nose. Jesus. Good job they fixed that. And the guy says, you know, it definitely works. Super Mario Brothers 1. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers 1. I think it's 1991. So it is properly old school. So there's that. It supposedly works. But it came with, although it is battered, it came with the original box, and for me this makes it worth having. I wouldn't have bothered if it was just loose, because it's probably quite common. And the box is a little bit torn, but overall, I mean, I wouldn't say it can be repaired. I think I could tidy this up for the future. And do you know what I mean? Given how old it is, what are you going to say? 1992, Xeon Limited in London. I thought this is a really nice piece for especially a Mario Nintendo collector. They're going to love to have something like this on the shelf. I don't have the space for it, but I'll be keeping it banked away for future trading. Okay. Last but not least is a Grail, which has gone nuts in terms of its price, and do you know what I mean, how desirable it's gone in the last few years. I don't know anything about this. I don't remember when it came out, so I have no recollection of what the game is like. I'll insert the footage because, you know, that's how we do it, so you can see it. But it is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on the GameCube. I mean, the art is pretty cool. It's Lugia. It looks like he's gone evil for some reason. Oh, purple. Looking at the back, it looks like a 3D Pokemon game. I don't remember them talking about it at all when it came out. It's a single player game. You can do 2 or 4 players. Links up with the Game Boy Advance. Do you remember the Game Boy Advance link cable? Boxed, complete with manual. Discs in good condition. Do you have any extras? Nah. A little poster thing. But yeah, this game's gone nuts recently. I picked it up for, I wouldn't say cheap, but it was below market price. This would be a nice one to add to the collection. Again, rare GameCube games, worth picking up now, I think. Next one on the list will probably be Metal Gear Solid, I think. I really like that for the GameCube, given it's a remake of the OG original. It should be pretty cool. I've never played any of... Well, actually no, that's not true. I completed Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3. back in the day, but I've never played 1, 2 or 3 or Snake Eater or any of those. So yeah, I'm probably not going to play this because I've got too many of the Pokemon games to play. Actually, speaking of that, check out this bad boy. Flipping heck, look at the size of this thing. I've seen it on many articles before that the #1 Pokemon game is Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the absolute best of the best, the creme de la creme of what they put into the game. So after finishing X, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a go on Soul Silver. But I started playing it and I realized, you know, there's so much stuff that you can do in this game, because I watched a YouTube video where they went through it. I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna get me a guidebook that'll show me, because I'm bound to get stuck, and I hate messing around on the phone. This feels more old school, right? You can sit there and flick to the pages. It's got the maps. It's got a poster inside. I thought, you know, take the poster out and crack it open. Look at that. With the roots on there. It's got the type matchups, all the Pokemon with all the movesets. I mean, it kind of makes the game super easy, but in terms of completing everything and seeing the lot and going through the works, I thought these are really cool. I mean, look at the size of it. So this was 25 quid, I think. Again, another vintage purchase, which was, you know, almost twice the original price. That's the way it goes now with Pokemon stuff. But yeah, I thought that was a nice pick up, Dad. But yeah, there you go. So that's the excitement from the last few weeks. Next week, I think, Get Retro, if you're still watching, I'm coming. We're going to do that video we spoke about for a long time. So prepare yourself. I'll see you then. And to everybody else, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Nice and sunny weather today. I took the mini out. Get gaming and have a good one. See you later.